Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. A quick little invitation to all of you IB Economics students to head on over to my website, bradcartwright.com, a website designed to help you improve your scores in IB Economics, whether that be on an in-class quiz, a test, or ultimately the IB exam. So if you want some more information, check out the description box below. And other than that, enjoy this video. Well, here it is, the basic diagram behind the price floor diagram, which of course is a minimum price diagram. And like I say in all of my series on how to draw, the most important thing you got to figure out at the beginning is, where does the story begin? In economics, there is always an event. But before the event, there is a base diagram behind it. And the base diagram in microeconomics is the basic demand and supply diagram. If you are unclear as to the components of how to draw this, you must master this diagram. If you are unclear as to how to draw this, check out the how to draw the demand and supply diagram. In there, I provide you with a really easy way to remember what the components are of this diagram. If you're not totally clear, you need to make sure you can understand this diagram, because if you draw this one wrong, then all of your diagrams in microeconomics are in some way going to be flawed. So make sure you do this. Check out that video up there. Okay, so what is the price floor? The price floor diagram is based on this basic diagram right here. And the way you're going to do is, you're going to always have a market, probably for a commodity, because in a price floor, what the government's doing is trying to take care of its producers. And usually you'll see price floors in commodity markets like corn or wheat or barley or oats or some sort of something that's grown, cotton, for example, coffee, for example, okay? So you got the market for wheat, we got a price, we got a currency, we got P1, an origin, Q1, the quantity of wheat, thousands of bushels per year. We have a demand curve 1, S curve 1. All right. And of course, we have a P1, Q1 price quantity combination that's giving us the free market equilibrium for the market of wheat. But the government is facing a situation where it must respond to some of its constituents. And in this case, what the constituents that they're going to take care of are the suppliers. Because what the supply curve says is that all of these producers right here, think of these individual people along this curve, all of these farmers can produce at the P1 level. But guess who can't? All of these farmers. These are farmers whose minimum cost to produce wheat is above the equilibrium price. So what the government's going to do is, they're going to get involved in the marketplace. That's why it's government intervention. And they're going to establish a minimum price for which can be charged for wheat, right? So the price was P1 in the marketplace, but now the government's saying, no. This is the minimum price at P2, right? So at the P2 level, P2, all of a sudden, the government is saying that nobody in, let's say it's the United States, can sell wheat below this price. So what's going to happen? Well, some obvious things are going to happen. First of all, they're messing with the market equilibrium, right? And so we're going to have two new points here, Q2 and Q3, right? This is, if you think about this, this is the price that suppliers would love to get. And if they could get P2, well, look at how many of these suppliers would be able to supply corn, or wheat rather. All of these would be in the marketplace. Yay, they saved the farm, right? And if there's someone to buy it, then Q2 would be sold in the marketplace. But what about demanders? Dude, they were at P1, they were all buying wheat, and then all of a sudden the price, because of this artificial intervention of the government, drove up the price to P2, and now only these people can buy the wheat. All right, so let me clean this diagram up a little bit. And you can see already the government's going to have to do something, because while the government, and there's always a trade-off in government intervention, while the government made these suppliers happy by artificially raising the price of wheat to P2, they upset all of these people, right? And if these people aren't going to buy wheat, then guess what? Yeah, sure. You would think that all this wheat would be produced, but people aren't going to produce wheat if no one's going to buy it. And actually, the market equilibrium is going to function right at P2, Q2, not out there. This is where the market's going to function because this is where there are buyers and where there are suppliers. Okay, so the government's going to have to get involved, and that's the topic for another video. Basically, what the government's going to have to do is they're going to have to become a purchaser of wheat as well, and therefore be able to drive the price out to here, right? By becoming an actual consumer in the marketplace. But that's a topic and evaluation and analysis for a different video. This series is just designed around how to actually draw all of these diagrams. And this is the price floor diagram. It can also be called the minimum price diagram. And because what this is saying basically is, look at the price in the marketplace cannot, boom, it hits the floor. It cannot go, boom, below that price. It can boom, right? And that's why it's called the floor. This is a barrier, right, in the marketplace. Nothing can be sold below that price. And as a result of that, we call it a price floor, okay? Well, there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want more information on the subscriptions available for IB Economics students around the world, check out the description box below. All right, my friends, a reminder to be good to yourselves out there. Be kind to someone today, and we'll talk to you in a bit.